Good morning, investors and traders. In today's segment, we'll be talking about Bitcoin, kind of a follow-up that we did earlier this week. And the question which we'll be looking at is how low will the price go? Where are the next important support levels? And will we see a bounce in the price? That is the focus for this particular segment. Before we do that, here is brief information about myself. My name is Naeem Aslam and I work as a chief analyst for Evertrade. My work experience spans over 15 years of trading experience. During this time period, I have worked as a hedge fund trader for Bank of New York Mellon and as an equity trader with Bank of America. Many of you may have heard my voice on CNBC or may have seen me on a Bloomberg or CNBC television as well, where we do our regular hits on a weekly basis. Now, the Twitter handle is right in front of you. Feel free to follow and then ask any questions as I am quite active on that. Here are the social media channels to subscribe for EverTrade, and we do a lot of engagement, we put out enormous amount of analysis on our social media channels as well. So now let's begin the conversation by looking at the chart for Bitcoin on the daily time frame. So let me bring it up, and what we see right now is we see one thing and one thing alone, and that is the massive free fall in the price right over here. I mean, this is not something completely new in terms of the price action, because we have seen like even bigger free falls. Like right now, this particular free fall in the Bitcoin price was twice as much as this one. If we see a similar sort of a price action, then we are talking about the prices going towards that 12,000 sort of a price level. But let's hope that isn't going to really happen. But just looking at the price action previously, especially this particular sell-off, you could see the Bitcoin price action is very much it can actually see similar sort of a price action momentum, like similar sort of a price moves. Like look at over here, we did see that sort of a significant drop in the prices over here as well, and then again over here we did see a similar sort of a price action over here as well. So these are just some of the recent sell-offs in the prices, but this became being the biggest one, and then we have the second one, then we have this and that one kind of at a similar magnitude. Now, the question, of course, as I said earlier, is really the where the prices are heading to in terms of their price action. Well, before we answer that, it is important for us to look at where the RSI is trading. The RSI has dropped below the critical level of 30, which means the prices are oversold. The last time the price was over here was back in here when the prices were dropping like that, and the price came to 30,000. And after that, we did see the prices going towards that 46,000, and then price failing to go above the 200-day simple moving average, which was a clear indication that prices are likely to move to the downside from here onwards. Now, one another very important bearish signal is also emerging in terms of the price action, and that is the fact that the price, as you can see over here, is about to break the 50-day simple moving average, is about to break below the 100-day simple moving average, which is another highly bearish sign, because unless and until the price moves back above the 50-day simple moving average, we cannot say that the upward trend is likely to stay. But right now, what we can see is a price in a free fall, and we are likely to see the prices falling towards this particular price levels, the 24,000 to 21,000 sort of a support level. If that fails, then the prices are likely to go towards the 19 to 15,000 sort of a support zones. So keep an eye on these particular areas as important areas of support. Now, when are we going to see the first sort of a reaction in terms of the prices to see if the prices are going to reverse? The signal for that is really going to be coming from the 30-minute time frame, and it seems like we are still quite away from getting that signal because 50-day simple moving average is still trading quite far from the price action, but at the same time, it also increases the odds that the price could actually change and reverse its price direction fairly quickly. But the first bullish signal is really going to be coming in when the price will break above the 50-day simple moving average. We'll continue to monitor the price action and we'll be back with more updates. In the meantime, stay safe and we'll be back with more analysis.